The only reason why a third party was manifested in the first place between you and your specific person is because of your assumptions, which are derived from an identity, right? So you're either choosing and being the version of you who is never chosen, who's always the second option, who has to fight for love or earn or prove herself to be loved, who was always second best, or you're being the version of you who was always chosen, the best and only option, who believes and knows that she is worthy of consistent, healthy love and loyalty and commitment and all the things that you truly desire. But if you have an identity, which is normally, when it comes to love and relationships, and really most of our identities are created from our childhood and what we saw growing up. So if you had parental figures where you saw cheating growing up, or maybe you had a parent that was emotionally unavailable or very inconsistent or hot and cold, or there sometimes but not always there because of work, or you didn't feel seen or chosen or heard or valued growing up, or you always felt like you were the second option, right? Like maybe your parent prioritized work or money over you, or that's what it felt like. So then it created this fear of like you being the second option, or you having to fight for love, or there's always another person in the scenario. Because a third party, again, like I have said, is not just about there being another woman. A third party could be a parent not liking you, maybe their parent. It could be a friend that doesn't like you. It could be a job that's keeping you two, or it feels like it's keeping you two from being together. Or it could be money that's getting in the way. Maybe they've expressed to you that like, I'm not in a place financially that where I want to be right now. Or, you know, I have to put all of my time and energy into money to focus on growing that in order to be with you, but I can't right now because of that. So a third party doesn't just have to be an actual, like, another woman. It could be anything that you feel is getting in the way of you and your SP. Now, the way that you dissolve that is through changing your identity and knowing that no, I am the chosen one. I am always pursued and committed to. The men that I attract, that I like, that like me, want commitment with me. They pursue me. They want to provide for me. They love me. Love is consistent. It is healthy. This is my new normal now. Because again, too, whatever you keep normalizing, you'll keep creating and experiencing in 3D. So it's not just, yes, you upgrading your identity into being the chosen one instead of you being the one who chases. But it's also you changing your assumptions about the specific person or about men, right? So if you're following content that's always trash talking men, if you're always talking shit about, well, men are cheaters, men are this, men are that, or women are this, women are that, you're still solidifying and accepting that old reality. And so you're going to keep experiencing it. So you need to change the way that you're viewing partners, you're viewing men or women or whoever you're into, so you can actually start to attract healthy versions of your SP and healthy versions of just a dream partner in general. And another thing is realizing and understanding the law of assumption. With law of assumption, it is the only person in your reality who has free will is you. And what I mean by that is not me saying that you're forcing someone into being with you. No one wants to be forced into loving you or whatever. What you're doing is you're assuming that they love you. You're assuming that they are the best version of themselves. You are assuming that they love you and provide for you and be consistent with you and do all of these things with you and to be with you. Because whatever you assume is what you experience. And I guarantee, guys, if you just look back on all the times that you had assumptions about yourself or another person, what was the reality you experienced? Exactly, your assumptions. So I've even had it in the past too, where I've literally had exes tell me before we got into a relationship, they would literally tell me, oh, you know, like, I'm not looking for anything serious right now. Like, I don't want a girlfriend, blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking in the back of my mind, like, oh, yeah, okay, whatever. Like, I just rolled my eyes because I had such a strong assumption and identity rooted in, no, you're going to fall in love with me. You're going to want to put a ring on it. You're going to want to be with me. I already freaking know this because I've just created so much evidence that I've had such that identity for so long. And then literally a week later, they're asking me to be their girlfriend. So I'm like, yeah. So that's the level of like conviction I want you guys to freaking have when it comes to your own identity and your assumptions about them. Because again, your thoughts are always being transmitted to them. And it's not even really thought transmission. It's more of like you're just assuming into being what they think about you and how they feel. And because of those assumptions, they're going to be reflected back to you. So it's not even like you're transmitting thoughts. You're just assuming into being what you want to experience and how you want them to think, feel, and act towards you, and vice versa. So this is exactly why I have my 21-day Manifest Your Specific Person EFT Tapping Challenge. So if you love EFT, you've been obsessed with it, you're like, okay, I want more of this. I literally have 21 EFT tapping videos to help you become the version of you who is no longer chasing, anxious, insecure in love and relationships, to being the version of you who is always secure, chosen, pursued, prioritized, and grounded in her relationships, no matter what is happening in the 3D. Because like I say, everything that you want to manifest starts with you and your identity and the way that you're perceiving your SP's identity, right? The way that you're perceiving them as well. So this really helps you start shifting your identity, the way you view yourself, feel about yourself, so you can become the version of you who is chosen no matter what, because duh, it's in your DNA. It's who you are now, period. Moving forward forever. Yes. So to join, it's at the link in my bio or description below, depending on where you're watching this, because I post daily on TT and YT. And yes, there are hundreds of women in this challenge. It's growing every single day with hundreds of success stories. So there is so much proof of, yes, this works. So, but don't let me just sit here and yap about it, okay? Go to my success stories tab. I have hundreds of success stories on my TikTok and my YT under the success story playlist.